Hello Dave, it's lovely to see you here today, and what I'd like to ask you first is tell me how Faster EFT came into your life.
Well, I heard about Faster EFT from YouTube, just doing some searches online. Oh, actually I found, I'd been doing some searches on YouTube and someone else referenced Faster EFT, and so then I followed the link and saw some videos, and I was just intrigued. It was interesting and it started to help me. I watched more videos and I started noticing some results, and then I ordered the Ultimate package, the Ultimate DVD, because I thought it was that good right off the bat. I just knew there was something there. And and then I went through most of the DVDs, took notes and so forth, and then I decided I wanted to follow up with training. So I started with the first training level 1 workshop.
And how was that?
It was fantastic. I use the tools in my clinic on a daily basis. So people, I treat pain and discomfort and stress. So
So can you tell us a bit more about that? What exactly do you do?
I work with, I take pain away from clients, and a lot of it's physical, some of it's emotional, a lot of it's emotional. But the modality is kind of orthopedic sports massage, medical type massage, and once they come in for physical work, and they're already open emotionally. So, and if I've learned to develop my ear to listen, and a lot of times they'll come in and they'll say that their neck pain or shoulder pain is stress related, and if I'm paying attention, I can use these tools right there. I can start to help them alleviate their stress and tension with Faster EFT. And they get immediate results, and like the stories go, it's unbelievable. They get more results.
So I'm just imagining myself, here I am, I've got a sore back, and I think I'll go and see you, and you start to tell me about Faster EFT. How do you convince the person that this strange technique works for them?
Well, they already trust me, so sometimes I tell them, I say I'm gonna tap on a few acupressure points, and that's about it. And then I just jump in and start working, and then I'll say, is that any less? And then when they say yeah, then they know there's something going on, that they accept what I'm doing. So it's not a real big deal. Does that answer that question?
Yeah, that's sure. So what's been the biggest transformation you've seen when you've been working with the clients?
Well, I had somebody not too long ago that he was in his 60s, and he was referred to me by somebody else because they had heard that I did some emotional stuff. And what had happened with this individual, anytime another therapist would touch this man's neck, he would break into sobbing and just crying, deep sobs. And what was happening when I saw him, I realized that, and when I interviewed the guy, first off, he said it was emotional. So I realized that there was something there. So I asked about his history, and it turned out to be a car accident, and he had some family and friends that had died in a car accident, and back in his 20s, early 20s, and he had a physical memory in his neck, and so anytime anybody touched his neck deeply, it would bring about these horrible memories of this accident. And so I worked with him with the Faster EFT, and I worked through the memories to the point where they didn't bother him, and then I re-imprinted them in a way that he was able to accept, and his central nervous system accepted that. His unconscious started working with him, and his body started to heal. And then I was able to get on his neck and actually do some very deep scar tissue release as a result of that. I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I'm using Faster EFT to work with bodies and people, and more than just emotionally. So once I address the emotions, then I can get in there and work the scar tissue better, faster, and it's all central nervous system stuff. It's all conditioning, it's all programming, and so it's just a fantastic combination.
So if there was a defining moment for yourself when you became convinced that it worked, that moment, that convincer, could you tell people about that?
Well, I think it was when I saw Robert's YouTube videos. I just knew that there was, he was hitting a missing piece that I hadn't been exposed to. And I'd been searching for a long, long time for for answers myself, deal with my own stuff. And that was the initial part that started working with me, and that was the key. If I can heal, if I can heal my stuff, then I can help other people, and I can recognize what they're going through and help them through their stuff.
So then, having experienced all that, you decided to take the next step, do the training. And what would you say to someone who was perhaps watching this and thinking about going to a seminar, a training seminar? How would you recommend it to them?
Well, it's a developmental process, and it's something that I think if you're interested at all in this, that you should embark on this adventure, because it gets deep and it's a lot of fun and it feels fantastic, and they're tools that really work.
How would you describe Robert Smith to someone?
He's just a dynamic, energetic, caring person. He's got a huge heart, and he's a character.
And where do you see your future with Faster EFT, Dave?
My future? Mm-hmm. Well, I think I want to continue to learn and grow and train with Robert until I think to a point where I don't have to think about it so much, to where it just kind of evolves into its own thing. I also I'm an instructor also, and I've been teaching classes in orthopedic sports massage. I've developed some programs in local schools, like a medical massage program and sports program, to train other massage therapists how to new skills for solving problems, for getting results, better results, and so forth. And emotional troubleshooting is what I've been calling, I've been adding this into the training, which is huge, and the students love it. So it's kind of a natural progression. I think I'd like to continue to develop and train that. So I've been kind of adding that in with the physical stuff, and it's absolutely as significant as the physical aspect. So not only can we remove pressure off of crushed nerves, we can also remove the stress involved around the accident. So people have pain, and then they generate their own pain around that pain. In a Faster EFT, you take that pain around the pain off and away. It's their own reaction to the pain, or it's their own reaction to the stress that it comes off quickly. And it's fascinating when you eliminate their own reaction to their own circumstance that they're creating, and they start to understand that they're creating it. Gigantic things happen. They get the shifts, they get the insights, and then they want to let it go too, because the next thing comes up, and they start to get it, and it's really fun to watch. It's beautiful to watch healing.
So they start to get it. What is it about Faster EFT? What is that get it part?
I would say, I think it's the difference between not knowing and knowing that we have something to do with it. The taking accountability and responsibility for my own experience and what I'm doing, my part.
So then, what would you say that sets Faster EFT apart from other modalities? You said you had tried other ones.
Well, Faster EFT, I tried EFT for a while. I mean, it was only like, I think I had been exposed to that about 6 months previous. And EFT, I was definitely intrigued. And I was having a hard time. I live in the Dallas area, and there's a lot of Christian religion and so forth. And I had a hard time, frankly, with a lot of Christians. It just felt weird. I was really pushing the envelope of what they were willing to accept. With Faster EFT, it's so much easier just to get in there and help them, without them saying, well, this might be satanic, or it might be, there's something. Anyway, so that took that to a much, it was a comfort level thing for me, I guess, and for them. And it didn't raise any red flags, so you can get in there and do some work effectively without them raising any red flags too.
And finally, Dave, what would you say to someone who has been watching the videos, they're sitting at home, and they're wondering whether they should go to the next step?
Well, for the individual that's searching for a way to remove the roadblocks that are keeping them from doing and experiencing what they want in life, I think that's what it's all about, really, is trying to have a deeper, richer, fuller experience of life, whatever that may be. And we have these self-imposed limitations. Maybe we inherited them, maybe we learned a lot of it. Regardless of what it is, these are tools that work fast. And if they have any question at all, check it out on YouTube, and then come and get the learning. Come up here for the training. I think there's no better way to follow through with the education than to get here and get your hands on and experience more healing. And healing with everyone else. Everybody's tapping on each other, and everybody's open and wanting to heal and grow. So it's a great environment for that.
That's lovely, Dave. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.